When I have a conversation with people and I say there's a need for change and evolution and growth on earth, and that's just how the cycle has to flow, people will try me and ask, so do you mean like God got it wrong? Within the Bible, if I'm saying like, this, and this, and some things need to change and blasey, blasey, blasey. And it's like, no, God didn't get anything wrong. People got it wrong. So now we are rewriting the story. We're translating what God actually meant, what Jesus actually meant. They didn't get it wrong. We're wrong. They're trying to get us on the program because we've been on a whole different program. So that's that. you know, it's up to us to seek God and get his understanding. But if you're not trying to seek him to build a relationship with him, there's nothing the Bible can do for you. There's nothing anyone can do for you. For real, for real. It will be temporary satisfaction. That's why some people feel satisfied temporarily by reading a Bible. But when you're walking with the Holy Spirit within you, you will always feel that satisfaction because you have the Holy Spirit in you. You're being guided. There's a difference from people that have to read about Moses being guided through the Red Sea and people knowing that God is guiding them through their Red Sea right now. Do you get what I'm saying? It's different. But you have to build a relationship spiritually so that you're even connected to that. You have a lot of physical connections, physical relationships, but what about your spiritual connections? Because if the people that you're physically connected to are the only people that you're spiritually connected to, and you're not spiritually connected to the one or the universe that is operating the whole everything, making sure blessings is coming down, making sure that you're being safe, making sure that you even have sun on earth, making sure that you're able to go from point A to point B, even if you don't even realize that an angel is walking with thee, they're still doing their job. They didn't get it wrong. We get it wrong. And this is how they're being forgiven, is because we have ignorance going on earth. And they're still providing us light. They're still providing us oxygen. They're still providing us rain so that we can even have fruits and vegetables. Yet there's people that don't want to build a relationship with whatever force this is that is providing these things. And when you're someone that don't want to build a relationship on your own, not what your mama said, not what your daddy said, not what your preacher said. If you don't want to seek God and just start to have a conversation with him in your own home, in your own time, in your own space, there's not much that I can do. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. I can lead you to the healer, but I can't make you sit there and get healed. I can lead you to the provider, but I cannot make you sit there to be provided for. That's up to you. I can lead you to the source, but it's up to you to do the source. I can lead you around all the people in the world. You could be in the most successful party with all the billionaires, millionaires, people that is of your career, of your job, of your passion. But if you don't network, it's going to feel like you never even met them. If you don't stand out, if you don't introduce yourself, they don't know you. I can lead you there, but it's up to you to make an impression. My agency, they lead us, they give us the casting information. If you're an actor, they give you the casting information, the audition information. But it's up to us when we get into that audition room. It's up to us when we get into the casting room. The professors, the teachers, they will lead us up to the test. They will teach us things, leading us up into the final exam. But it's up to us to sit at that final exam, to even show up to take the final exam, and to pass the final exam. It's up to us. You get me? So if you don't want to ask God questions that you want to ask human beings, that's a you problem. Because some of you are asking questions that other humans already asked God about. Maybe if more people start asking God, he will show himself. But you keep asking or harassing other people when you could just go build a relationship with God, and then you will get an understanding, and then maybe you won't be asking such questions anymore. Maybe you'll have different conversations to talk about. You can tell when someone is curious and they're actually curious and open-minded to it, and someone that is trying to nitpick things or say, oh, so God got it wrong. Oh, so you can't do that. Oh, so that. Oh, but what about this and this? It's a difference. People will gaslight you. People will manipulate you. People will be defensive towards you because they feel like God didn't save them at times, or they just feel like it's BS. And that's true. It might be BS. A lot of these ways that we grew up to believe in God, it is a bit of a BS way. But it's your duty to get to know God for yourself. It's your duty to silence out the noise. It's your duty to scramble through the BS and find the right thing, find the treasure. But if you don't seek it, you will not find it. And if you don't want to do the work seeking it, don't start being annoying to people who have seeked and they have found something. Because the questions that you're asking them, they probably don't even have the answers to it. God probably hasn't even answered that for them yet. They could still be curious themselves. And it will start an altercation instead of it being a good conversation. It will be more of an altercation because you will feel tried. Like someone is asking you questions and it's like, how about you ask God these things? Like I ask God these things too. Why is there corruption in the world? Why is there so many religions believing in a God and saying that their religion is right? We all ask God these questions. But you don't need to keep asking someone else. This is something that you need to go talk to God, to yourself about, for real. Because then you won't be trying to figure out if God is real or not. You need God to reveal himself to you. God has already revealed himself to some of these people, which is why they understand God and they feel that inner knowing of God. If you still don't have that, you need to go get to know God. And there probably was ways where he sent people into your life, or he did things for you to get to know him, or he just dropped something in. And you could have dismissed it. You could have neglected it. You could have been defensive towards it. You could have fumbled it, messed it up. So maybe you need to go back in your quiet place and ask God to reveal himself. Try him. Don't try me. Try God. Ask him every day for a month straight. If he don't give you an answer today, keep asking him. Have a conversation with him. Be vulnerable. Listen. But you got to show some humility too. If this is the God of the world, the God that created man and woman, the God that created the heaven and earth, the rivers and the waters and all of this, the sun, moon, and stars, you should show some humility when you're talking. If you're wanting to be talking to him or wanting him to hear you, you should be showing some type of humility in that conversation as well. If you're in a jungle and you're up against gorillas and tigers, and you better show some humility because you're not bigger than them. You're not stronger than them. That's humans' problem already. And I drop videos on that. Is we think we're so big. We're so fucking